On December 7th, 1941, Lieutenant Jim Downing was aboard the USS West Virginia when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor. Now, 104 years old, he is the second oldest living survivor of Pearl Harbor. Recently, I had the honor to get to sit down with Lieutenant Downing, who also holds another title of distinction. It's incredible to me. 76 years ago, we're talking, right? Pearl Harbor, but your memory is so vivid. Tell us about that day, what you remember.
Yes, well, the first place, it was a complete surprise. We did not have satellites. Radar was not functional. So the first time we knew we were being attacked is when we saw the Japanese planes.
Wow, and what were you doing that morning?
Actually, I was having breakfast when the first explosion occurred. So after surprise, there was fear. The first Japanese plane I saw was flying low and slow, took aim at me, cut loose the machine guns, but it didn't bank far enough. It went over my head.
Wow.
So the war became very personal at that point. And then as I was trying to fight back, I was angry at our leadership for allowing us to get in that situation, both the political and the military. But overall, I was proud of the way that our men responded. Without leadership and training, everybody seemed to do the right thing at the right time without any care about his own safety in there. So there were a lot of heroes that morning.
Yeah, no doubt about it. December 7th, 1941, a day that will live in infamy. You were telling me that, you know, for the first 50 years, people may have looked at it differently than they look at it now. How do people look at Pearl Harbor now as opposed to maybe a generation ago?
This generation, as I see, are very thankful for their freedom, and they know that it didn't come easy. So they think the veterans are the ones that provided this for them. So they're very good to veterans and interested in them.
So you got a book, The Other Side of Infamy, written by Lieutenant Jim Downing. This book was written last year, right?
Right.
So that earned you another, you're the second oldest Pearl Harbor survivor, but this earned you a Guinness World Record, right? Tell us what that is. Yes,
the oldest male author in history.
That's incredible. Tell us about the book. What can we learn if we want? I can't wait to read it personally, but I appreciate this, but tell me about it.
It's built around my experience at Pearl Harbor. I was also in the Korean War. It's kind of my life story. I've had a wonderful life, many interesting events. So some of those before Pearl Harbor, then at Pearl Harbor, and then after Pearl Harbor are written in this book.
All right, so I've got to ask you, 104 years old, you seem spry, you seem young, you seem healthy, you seem energetic. Is there a secret in there somewhere? Tell us what I want to be like you when I'm 104.
Yes, well, I have two answers to that.
Okay.
The short one is choose good grandparents.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And I think that's the secret, genes. Although on my 100th birthday, I heard another 100-year-old tell about the secret of his longevity. He said, spend a lot of time outdoors. Then he elaborated. He said, I was married when I was 25. On our honeymoon, my wife and I made a covenant. And that was, whenever we had a difference of opinion, the loser would go outside.
I see what you did there. Sense of humor as well at 104. That's great stuff. Lieutenant Downing, it is an absolute pleasure to meet you. I want to shake your hand and thank you for your service. You're a great American. You've done a great thing, and we're honored to get to meet you.
Well, thank you. So good to see you.
All right, we look forward to celebrating number 105 with you.
Oh my goodness!
How cool was that?
Oh, that was wonderful.
And I got to tell you, that book, he signed it for me to me, and that is a cherished possession for sure.
I can imagine.
What a true hero! I mean, the sense of humor. The guy's incredible.
He's sharp as a tack.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, he's 104. I can't remember anything from yesterday, much less he remembers 70 plus years ago.
Everyone that's looked at that picture is like, that guy's not 104.
He has to walk around with ID because
exactly.
I don't believe it. Thank you so much, Lieutenant, for your service.